Hello. Welcome back to Are You Ready for Your Inspection podcast. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen to it, whether you are listening to it on a bus or in a taxi, which I know some of you do, or when you're walking the dog, if it's anything like me. When I listen to it, I really do appreciate the fact that you are taking the time to listen to it. And thank you so much. Thank you. We're getting so many messages about our podcast, and it really does help, So today I have, again, a really special guest. So Lorna, I know we've already done one podcast. Introduce yourself and say who you are and your role.
So I'm the Quality and Training Director for Childbase Partnership. So we're an employee-owned company and we have 44 nurseries from as north as Nottingham and as far down as Bromley in Kent. And
I know that.
Yeah, and kind of along the M1 corridor. I am all things quality. So I support all things quality. I have a team with me who support nurses with quality. And the registered provider, and under quality comes health and safety and also our academy.
Okay, so the big question is then, because obviously, well, you and I both know we've known each other a while now, we visit your settings quite a bit, and I can see that you particularly are very passionate at what you're delivering and what you're doing. So the word quality is a huge word, and Childbase are getting some amazing results. And it's not all about, this is what I want to do, it's not all about the Ofsted inspection. And I know the podcast is called Are You Ready for Your Inspection? But it's all about adding impact and raising the quality in your settings.
Yeah.
So what does the word quality mean to you? What do you think it means? Because when you've got a staff team, and you know, not only do I go to your settings, but I go to many other settings, and I want to get across to them about what quality is and what it means. And sometimes it gets diminished.
Yeah, for me, it's enabling best outcomes for children. So it's that. So with that becomes the learning development, the environment, the quality of teaching, the training, the support, the interactions. It's everything. It's everything we do in our nurseries to enable children to learn. It's that parent partnership piece. It's very big. I mean, like you say, we have had some very good Ofsted results. We had another outstanding last week, but we don't take it for granted. Our nurseries work incredibly hard. Our managers work incredibly hard to maintain quality every single day, not just for Ofsted, so that when we get the call, we're ready. Yeah. We're ready for Ofsted, and we say it's our time to shine, because it is our time to shine. We don't want that fear factor, and of course a little bit of fear factor when we get the call for some of our colleagues who've never experienced an Ofsted inspection. But we try and turn it into a real positive and go, this has been 6 years since your last inspection. Let's show the inspector what we do. We do have 44 nurseries, yes. Are they all the same? No. Evan, and you know that as well. Yeah. Every single nursery is unique and different. Yeah. We have our curriculum, we have the child-based approach, but every quality lead or quality manager and manager in the nursery bring it alive to what meets the interests of the children and the cohort of the children for that year, that month, that day.
Going back to that is it's the cohort children, because every year is going to be different, isn't it?
Every year it's different. And there's challenges along the way. We are seeing more and more SEND children coming through. Yeah. And that's because of COVID, I feel. We've got the COVID children coming through. But it's the support we give the nurseries for that. I mean, we're very lucky as an organisation. We have a quality team. Within the quality team, we've got they have an assigned person who go out and support the nurseries with regards to quality. We have SEND officers who support the nurseries with regards to, that's like an area SENCO. We have 2 of those across the nurseries who can offer that support for the SENCOs before it gets to crisis point. And that's really working. We have you who does our audits. and every nursery has an audit every single year, but we don't sit back. As a company, we do not sit back. We're always thinking, what can we do more? So
you don't firefight either. When you say, when we go out, because it's on a year thing, so you've got 44 nurseries throughout the year, Vanessa, this is the first cohort, this is the second, this is the third, and we program them in throughout the year. But what you don't do is firefight, and you don't go, I need support in this, or can you go out and see where these are? It's continually improving. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, we have a very good understanding of where our nurseries are at, and the support they need. But the support they need is just to enable them to be consistently outstanding, really, because our nurseries generally work at a consistently good level every single day. And the feedback we get from parents is amazing. The feedback we get from external agencies is amazing too. And then we get the opposite results. I mean, 57% of our nurseries are outstanding. The rest are good. In the last 18 months, we've had 28 inspections. It's been busy. All scheduled inspections. Due to COVID, obviously, we didn't have a number of inspections, and a lot of our nurseries were 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years since the last inspection. And we've got some amazing, all amazing results. I mean, to get good in this day and age is
my word.
It is hard to get outstanding. Okay, we know that's really, really difficult to get because it's an exacting judgment. And we are achieving, but that's not just because of one person. That's because we as an organisation, we know what outstanding looks like. We know our journey. We know our focus. Managers have the autonomy to lead their nurseries. Practitioners, team leaders also have that autonomy as well. And it works. It works.
And the thing is, so if I don't want you to give away your secrets, and I'm not asking you to give away your secrets. You know, I'm very passionate about Childbase. You know that, and you know I'm very passionate about my role. I love what I do, and if we can help, that's amazing. That's all part of the bigger picture. But if you were to, what is the fairy dust? What is it? What is it that you would say? And I don't want you to give away secrets, because you have a quality team.
Yeah.
Work really, really hard. And I know they have different sections and different areas where they go to. Do you believe then that is from that where it goes to? Because it's almost like we've got to this stage now where we've gone out and done our bit. Then there's an action plan. Then you go and do your bit, and then you're monitoring and making sure it's ongoing. But how do you? What's the fairy dust? What is it? I know. I'm going to ask you, and you're going to go, Vanessa. Really?
No, I don't. It's that respectful relationships. Actually, I think it's we're passionate.
Yeah.
So I'm passionate. The quality team are passionate. Managers are passionate. Deputy managers are passionate. Area managers, regional directors, the exec team are incredibly passionate because they want best outcomes for children. So we never sit back, and we support. And if there's a plan, we will do everything we can to achieve that plan. I think what we've got the buy-in. We've got the buy-in from the top. And that is essential, because actually when we see a vision, it's brought in, but we also listen. So we listen. If a manager has an idea, and we go, okay, let's see how that could work. We do working parties. So our working parties, so everyone has a voice. Yeah. So if we want to, so we've recently reviewed our dietary policy and looking at how we can strengthen that more and enhance it. So we had an area manager, a cook, a kitchen assistant, a practitioner, a deputy manager, someone from the quality team, someone from health and safety. So we had a number of people there. So they were the voice of the organisation. So we never just make a change. It's important that everybody's involved in the process.
That's amazing. And I think things like, I remember when you asked me last year to go and deliver DSL to the exec team.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember thinking, because my role is normally managers and deputies and team leaders, and I was like, my God, this is different. This is going one nth to, this is the best. This is where you've actually gone, well, actually, why should everyone else know about it? We need to know about it. And that was, for me, you're right there, is the fact that you're listening and thinking, what can you do to make it better? You reflect.
Continually reflect. We have regular exec meetings. We have regular head of department meetings, regular managers meetings. We have managers conferences. We have deputy managers conferences. We have forums. The voice of the wider team is so important for us to make change, or to remain consistent. If we don't have the buy-in from our colleagues, it's so important. We're like one, although we're a big organisation, we are like one big family. Everybody's really looked after, everyone's supported, and we just want the best outcomes for children. Do we have our challenges? Yes, of course we do. Like every organisation, we have our challenges, recruitment being one of them. But you know, we overcome that and we think, okay, how can we make that better? How can we support our staff? Having our academy has really, really helped. We can grow our own. We have apprentices in every single nursery and still growing.
Yeah,
and we're still growing the academy, and we've just become a main provider as well, which means we can now deliver our to others and actually show what we do in order for best outcomes for children.
I really like that. You know, I'm very passionate about Childbase, and I believe that the formula that you've got works.
It does.
And that's the key. When you find the formula and you're forever growing and improving on that formula, then it works, doesn't it? And that's where you're getting those amazing results in your setting.
And we couldn't do it without the wider team. We couldn't do it without our nursery managers buy-in, our deputy managers, our quality managers. We have regular meetings like the ops and quality. We meet regularly. We just work very well as a whole team. In order to get those best outcomes for children. And when an Ofsted inspection happens, when we get the call, we all come together. We're all there to support each other. It isn't one person comes. We support the nursery and enable them to achieve. And we're all in it together. And I think that's really, really important, that they feel supported. So yeah, that's what we do. I mean, it's bigger than that, obviously. You know, it's because we do. Look, I know you do a bit on the learning walk. Learning walk is key. Get that learning walk right.
Oh my God, don't get me started on a learning walk.
Yeah, get that learning walk right. It's the first impressions for an inspector. It's key. And we ask managers to do that every single week. Do a learning walk every single week, because actually that tells you the intent. You can see it being implemented, and then you can see that impact, and you can see all the time, and it's actually instilling that, and it works.
I love it. You know I do, and I really appreciate you taking the time, because I know you're extremely busy. Thank you, Lorna, for doing this episode. I really appreciate it. Thank you.